Alright, so with the adpocalypse on YouTube and people's channels essentially dying in front of them in their arms like a sick relative, people are turning to other platforms, or they would like to turn to other platforms, such as VidMe, another video hosting site that, says they'll pay you, for advertising, get paid by your fans, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, here's why vidme.com or vid.me sucks. This is why it won't be the one people turn to in the end. I tweeted to VidMe on Twitter and basically was essentially told in a sort of roundabout way that I didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm going to tell you guys and see what you think. Am I right or am I off base? First thing we're going to note about VidMe is, as I already sort of touched on, the address, vid.me. I really wouldn't push that address for the site. Reason being, I've been, doing domain name flipping for a long time. Buying domain names, selling domain names, so on and so forth. I've had hundreds of domain names, and anything that's not .com is not going to take off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There are sites of reasonable success, with .io, .net, all these different .org, blah, blah, blah. And it's very specific to what you need or what you don't need. But a large site like YouTube, Facebook, even back to the days of MySpace, LiveJournal, Friendster, look at Twitter, Google, all .com across the board. Super, mega huge sites that get a lot of interest and get popular are all .com. Now, I know that people out there are going to be saying, what about this site .io? What about that site .net? That's fine. Those are like niche sites, I'm sure. They probably are popular with a certain group of people, a certain large group of people, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that if you want to take over for YouTube, or if you want to come close to YouTube in terms of usage and content, you will never get that far. You will never reach that height with a .me address. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. It's just the way it is. If you still don't believe me, look in your internet history and tell me how many sites you go to that aren't .com. I'm sure there are some, but it's probably the vast minority of sites you actually frequent. DeviantArt.com, Spreadshirt.com. It's all .com. Now, VidMe owns vidme.com. They should have, from the very beginning, just been touting it as vidme.com, because that's much more slick. That's easier to remember, easier to say. Just hit me up at vidme.com, vidme.com, youtube.com, vidme.com. But instead they have this kind of weird inability to give up on the fact that they have vid.me. It probably cost them a lot of money to get vid.me, so it's like, we can't throw away that money, but you're throwing good money after bad by continuing to tout that over vidme.com. One thing I used to say to people when they were getting a domain name, back when I, flipped domain names and stuff, when people were registering a domain name, I always said to them, tell somebody the address, like a friend, an associate, a coworker. Tell them the address you want to buy. And then in 1 week, 7 days, go back to them and ask them what the address was. You can tell them they got to remember it, but go back and ask them, because you tell people, if you tell somebody who's not familiar with VidMe, if you go up to them and say, "Oh, there's this site called vid.me," and then 7 days later you go back to them and like, what was that site again? They'll probably be like, myvideo.com, videome.com. something.com, vidme.com, because people just naturally have that thing of adding .com to the end of a web address. So they're only fucking themselves by using the wrong address, in my opinion, of the two choices they have. Moving off the domain name, because I went a little long on that one. Let's look at the website itself. We've got a header here with a very generic mascot. This mascot reminds me of every mascot I've seen on every website. It reminds me of the little demon imp thing on DeviantArt. It reminds me of the Snoo on Reddit. It reminds me of that robot from Toonami. And, it doesn't look exactly like any of those. It just reminds me of that type of thing. It's generic, it's white and black, and it's a little robot. It's a generic robot. It's like something you would doodle in your, notebook in school as a generic robot. And I don't want to trash talk someone else's creative work. It's not bad. I'm not, saying that this is a bad drawing or bad artwork or that it's a bad idea for a character. I'm just saying that if you're trying to set yourself apart from everything, if you're trying to be like the new site, the new YouTube, the new video site, I know that VidMe doesn't like to be compared to YouTube, but I'm saying if you want to be the new video website that's out there, you are technically trying to be the new YouTube, because YouTube is the video site. So, something generic like this doesn't help you stand out. All it does is clutter your site with a big image that doesn't really matter. And we've got all this wasted space right here for this header that is going to attract nobody. Nobody is going to sign up for this site because they saw this header, this image. Nobody. Now, if this was an image of people you have on your site, like if it was a big banner image of a certain VidMe user and you rotated it, with featured people, or, even just something showing the process of how your site works, just in the image, that'd be fine. I don't know, that might help draw people in, draw their interest, but right now it's just generic. It's placeholder. It's like the character you'd see somebody draw, like, just as a rough draft of, the character will go here. This is like a this is like a rough sketch of like a design of a character, like an outline of where the character will be standing once we fully draw him, and that just is what it says to me. Now, the second problem I see with this is you have him as Sonic, you have him as Morty from Rick and Morty, you have him as either Superman or some superhero, you have him as Mickey Mouse, SpongeBob, Charlie Brown, I don't know, My Little Pony, and Bart Simpson. So basically, not only is it generic, but it's also just basically this image is kind of just ripping off other nostalgia and characters. Which, I'm not saying it's ripping it off directly, it's spoofing, it's satirizing that, I guess. It's showing their mascot in all different versions, but it's unoriginal, is the thing. There's nothing original here. It just is fan art of all these other characters. It's an OC, original character, do not steal, drawn in place of these other more famous characters. And what this says to me, and I think probably would say to a lot of people on a subconscious level, is welcome to VidMe, the site where nothing is original. Welcome to VidMe, the site where our header displays images of characters so much more popular than anybody who will ever be on this channel. That's what it says to me, and I don't see what the point of this image is. It's weird. It's very weird. I think maybe it's supposed to be some sort of message about how VidMe might be friendly to animators. I don't know. But even that is like a stretch. I don't really know if that's what it is. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to talk about their logo. Their logo is kind of, it's whatever. It's just a logo. It's a generic bubble letter logo. Now, let's address the really, really big problem with this website. The number one problem with VidMe, and I'm giving this number one a bit early. Where are the fucking videos from your users? Why should I join your site if you're not even going to put my videos on your goddamn page? And I'm trying not to be too accusatory or too, I'm trying not to curse too much, but it's like, I'm trying to drive home the point. I'm trying to get the point across in, perhaps colorful language. So the videos, if you want to find them, are down here. They're below the fold. Now, below the fold is a term, for anybody who doesn't know. Below the fold is a term for anything beneath the bottom of the screen on a website. It's, based on, like old print terms, like, with newspapers and stuff. Below the fold in the newspaper is what is below the folded part in the center. So we've got, welcome to VidMe. Here's a bunch of stuff about ourself and our site. Here's where you can find out all about us and our site. Now if you scroll down, oh, here are the featured creators. Sort of like shit-canned to the bottom of the page. That shows me you don't really care about your creators, you care about your business model. and you want everybody just to know how great you are and how fantastic your service is. But I don't give a shit about that, because if I were a person who just wanted to view videos, if I'm not a creator, could you imagine this website for people who aren't creators, VidMe? If I just want to watch videos, I gotta scroll down, and I gotta just hope. Oh, and I gotta sign up to fucking even watch something? That's weird. I gotta just hope that something I want to see is one of your featured creators, or I gotta do a fucking search. I gotta type in the search box to try to find the person I want to see. And there I am right there with one video up, because I put one video up to test it, and I was like, eh. But it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much you've hidden your users from people who would want to see them. And the featured creators, I see this like hierarchy type, bullshit where it's like, these are the good ones we have. That's what it says to me. That's what it says probably to a lot of people who look at this. Is, here are the creators we care about. Nobody else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's trending. It doesn't matter what people are watching a lot of. It doesn't matter what the latest new thing is that's getting a lot of views. All that matters is the people we specifically handpicked to be famous on the front page. That's what it says to me. And as you can see here, there's no description. There's no information about what any of the channels are. It just is sort of like, if you don't have what your channel is about in the thumbnail, then you're fucked. Nostalgia Critic, we know who he is, because, if you didn't know Channel Awesome and Nostalgia Critic, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? What is this channel? Is it a face paint makeup channel? Is it a cosplay channel? I see Critic there, but he's critiquing nostalgia. I don't understand. But Jaden Animations, well, we know there are animations on this channel. We know nothing else. It's just that there are animations there. We got Super Deluxe, which I guess is a repository for spicy memes, I guess. I don't know. Life 1 minute at a time, 60-second docs. Okay, that's pretty descriptive. 60-second documentaries. Not much more you can say about that. Theo Joe or Thio Joe or whatever. He owns a camera. This Joe guy, I assume that's Joe. He owns a camera. Click here to look at his camera. I don't know. Casually Explained. No idea what that is. The Needle Drop. I know what the Needle Drop is, but you'd have no idea fucking what was going on there. Peg Barbarians. I don't know what that is. It's got a cool logo, but no information. It's just, if you're just a viewer coming to this channel cold, you have no idea what the fuck's going on. It's silly. It's very silly. But yeah, let's look at one of the pages here. I forget. Okay, I guess I don't have to log in. I don't know what I clicked that made me log in. The header, I like the header image on the user pages. I don't like the header image on the front page because it's a waste of space. You should have this should be your site right here. This should be the start of your site. And I'm not saying that the featured creators section should stay the way it is, like with all this wasted space and everything, but your site should load up from first stage, with a bar, a header bar up here, up at the top, and then just videos and channels, and videos and channels. That's it. None of this bullshit. Because could you imagine, coming back to the site over and over again as someone who just wants to watch videos? You gotta scroll past all this shit you've already read every time you come to the damn site. You go to the site every day you gotta scroll past this shit you already read. That should just be on a separate about page, or learn how VidMe works or whatever. So yeah, it should just be like this. You should just log in, if you want, or watch videos on the front page if you want. Click through to people's channels, so on and so forth. None of this wasted shit. But as I said, I kind of went off on a tangent there. I do like the idea of a header on the main page, of course. They put the user icon off of the header image, so you don't have to worry about, like on YouTube, your icon covering up part of the header. You got, basically a pretty good layout here with the uploads, I guess, sort of in... Are they in upload order? It doesn't tell you the date something was uploaded. Oh, 4 days ago. I see. It's right there. 4D. Uh, I would prefer a date so I knew exactly, oh, this is today's thing, this is yesterday's thing, whatever. 1 week ago, is it exactly 1 week or is it, I don't know. It just I prefer specific dates. That's a bit of a little quibble there that doesn't really mean anything. But yeah, kind of an odd layout for like the description, because it's like you'd be like Nostalgia Critic, channel awesome, follow, email him. A lot of wasted space to the left and right of this fucking letter icon. As you scroll basically below the fold, it's not entirely below the fold, but basically below the fold, you see the description of the channel, the social links, the YouTube link, which is interesting. How many views the channel has gotten, all the stats here. I have very little complaint about the actual page here. The one complaint I would have is that it goes on for fucking ever. This should be paginated. This should be paged. There should be separate... there should be separate things like go to page 2 of videos, go to page 3 of videos. Instead, you're just scrolling down forever. Could you imagine looking for a specific video in amongst the videos of someone who's uploaded thousands of videos over multiple years? Could you imagine doing this, trying to find a specific thing from somebody who's put up thousands of videos over like 5 years? 5 years down the line for VidMe. Can you imagine doing this? Look at this shit. It just keeps going. It just keeps going and it just keeps going. Oh my god. And it keeps going. And it keeps... Let's go a little faster here. And it keeps going. It's still going. It's the Energizer Bunny of video lists. This is ridiculous. Holy shit, VidMe. I mean, the only way to find a video is to scroll through all this shit, or to specifically search for it in the search box, which, if you don't remember the proper search terms for the video, holy shit, are you fucked. My god, how much... Okay, no? More? More! Wow. This is a serious problem. This is a serious problem, VidMe. How many videos does Channel Awesome have up? I know that it's been around for years. I know that that guy with the glasses has been doing this for years, but holy shit. I never expected that many. Uploaded to VidMe specifically. Huh. Weird. Alright, well, anyway, I don't want to go too much further with this. I've been, talking a lot. Kind of squidgy that this bar pops up slowly and then has a scroll bar as it goes away, and it's just... Everything seems just generally kind of crappy in a sort of general way. A lot of things that could be fixed or tweaked. But mostly I wanted to talk about this front fucking page and how unfriendly it is for both, creators and people who want to watch just content. It's user unfriendly. That's basically the whole point I wanted to make. So yeah, I rambled a bit. I went so far and got so hard, and in the end, I'm just going to end the video. So yeah, that's why VidMe... I keep wanting to say vidme.com. That's why vid.me sucks and won't work and won't take over for YouTube. They claim they don't want to take over for YouTube, but that's pretty much saying we don't want money. So yeah.